Each picture to me is very special. The slides on this carousel have been put away for decades, and I had frankly forgotten how many pictures I took on Mickey Mantle Day when his number was retired. And there's Mickey in the golf cart, and how many pictures I took on the first day that he returned to the stadium in uniform as a retired Yankee. Mickey and Joe in the dugout. When I look at the slides now on the screen, I can play back the day and I can begin to feel the feelings and the emotions which I experienced when I was on the field. This is one of my favorite pictures of all time. This picture represents 2 of the 4 Yankee icons of all time. And it makes it a very profound picture. Now, I'm not sure to this day, and I don't think there's anybody alive who could tell us whether they were scheduled to be standing side by side. But the fact that they were is what makes the picture unique. It's not that I took it. Anybody could have been stranded in center field. It's the fact that Mickey was standing next to his predecessor in center field. And this is the same bag that I've carried my equipment in for 45 years. It's a wonderful camera, and it still works like a charm. And this is the camera, and this is the actual gun handle that I shot the picture of Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio with. These are the good old days. I was on the field, as were many journalists, in 1969 when Mickey Mantle returned to Yankee Stadium for his first return to the stadium as a retired player in pinstripes. I still had a press pass from the newspaper where I was a commercial journalist in Oswego, New York, and I had also worked for my college paper as editor and as managing editor. And all the old-timers typically stand between first base and third base for the playing of the national anthem. Well, I was out on the center field side of second base when the public address announcer, Bob Shepard, and he asked for all the media to leave the field. And I had my camera with me, and I didn't hear the announcement. Well, what was I going to do when the national anthem started to play? I was the only journalist on the field. I wasn't going to scurry across the infield in front of 70,000 people. So I just crouched down and I started shooting pictures. It happened so fast. I made the decision to take pictures, not to stand up and face the flag. The angle was low. Mickey and Joe never looked down at me. They never took their eyes off the flag, which is very telling and very important. Photographers are sometimes lucky. I attribute my ability to take this picture not to my technical skill, but to my good fortune. I was there. I was in a spot, and I just knew what to do with that moment. When I look at these faces, I also see great patriotic pride. Remember, they're looking at the flag. This is the national anthem. This is a very somber moment, and these 2 men at that time in baseball, which was still a game, had great respect for the flag and for their country, and you can see it on their faces. So as a photographer, that's what I see. I see humility, I see greatness, I see celebrity, I also see patriotic pride. So it's a moment for the ages, and I can still feel the moment.